So today we will start exercise 2.1. As I have already explained the examples and properties in previous video. So let us start exercise 2.1 from number 1. Identify the imaginary numbers from the followings. So as we know, imaginary number means there must be minus square root of minus 1 or I. Same thing. Square root of minus 1 or I, it is same. So wherever we get I, that will be imaginary number. And if any sums there is no I, after calculation if we don't get I, that is not imaginary number. For example, number A, square root of minus 9. Inside the square root, if there is minus sign, so we understand that that is imaginary number. But sometimes it may be different. But let us see now. This one can be written as minus 1 into 9. Minus 9 will be multiplication of minus 1 into 9. So it can be written also this way, minus 1 into square root of 9. We know that this is I. Already we have got. And square root of 9 we know 3. So this is 3I. So number A is imaginary number. Since we have got here I is there, means this is imaginary number. Number B, square root of minus 7 into square root of 5. Now square root of minus 7, you can write 7 into minus 1. Square root of 5 will be as it is. Square root of 7 into square root of minus 1. This can be written this way, that we know. Multiplication of two numbers, so simply root 7 into I. So root 7 and root 5, you can multiply, that we know. So I is as it is. So number B is imaginary number. So now question is that every time, since we are in class 10 now, so in each and every time we don't do this process. So whenever we get square root of minus 7, we can write directly square root of 7I. Minus is there, so I. That can be written directly. So now from next time, from next sums, we will not do this way, just calculation. It takes time and no ways of doing. So square root of minus 7 is root 7I. Minus is there, so I. Number C. Square root of minus 3 into square root of minus 4. Now, as I have told you, this can be written this way, directly. I will be outside of root, remember that. If you by mistake, if you write like this, this is not correct. This is not correct. Why it is not correct? Because minus root, square root of minus 3, we have to write this way, minus 1 into root 3. So as a whole, this is I, not root I. So into root 3, or we can write root 3I. So while writing this type of terms, you have to be very careful. If you write this way, that is not correct. This means I is under the root. This means I is outside the root. So this is not correct. This one is not correct. Here again we write root 4I is outside the root. Now root 3 into root 4 is root 12, that we know. I into I is I square. Root 12 into I square. I square we know the value is minus 1. That we got already in previous video. I already explained it. The value of I square is always minus 1. So this root 12 we can write this way, 4 into 3 minus 1. So anyway, here I is missing, no I is not there. So this is not imaginary number. I identify imaginary number. So this number C is not imaginary number. Here only we can conclude that there is I is not there. So it is not imaginary number. Here number B, you don't have to do any calculation because there is no minus sign. Inside the root there is no minus sign. So no question of imaginary number. So this one number D, you don't have to do any calculation. Directly you can say this is not imaginary. I to the power 12, number E. Number E, I to the power 12. As I explained in previous video, always we will go to square. Because we know the value of I square is minus 1. So whatever power we get, we will try to get inside the bracket I square. If we get I square, then we can do any calculation. So 2, 6 is 12. So I square is minus 1. Minus 1, I square is minus 1, power is 6. So minus power is 6, so 1. Even power. Power is even number, so minus to the power even number is 1. But there is no I. Anyhow, there is no I, so this is not imaginary number. This is not imaginary number because I is missing here. F, root 2 root minus 1 to the power 8. Root 2 to the power 8 into square root of minus 1 to the power 8. This one is like this, don't forget. A, B whole to the power 8. We can write A to the power 8 into B to the power 8. This is same thing. This already we got in general maths. So it is inside the, so as a whole power is 8. So there may be 5 terms, 7 terms, whatever terms we can go on writing like this. So root square root of 2 to the power 8, we can keep it like this, no problem. Our aim is, what is our aim? Our aim is to get I or not. Now let us see this one. Square root of minus 1 is I to the power 8. Root 2 to the power 8 into I square. 4, 2 4 is 8. Root 2 to the power 8. Why I am not doing the calculation? Because here is no question of I. So let it be like this only. Let it go as it is. Our question is I. So I square we know that is minus 1. The value of I square is minus 1. Power is 4. So I is finished. No I now. Root 2 to the power 8 into 1. Minus, if even power, then always we get positive. So answer is root 2 whole to the power 8. So this is not imaginary number because there is no I. Number F I have done. Number G you can try yourself. Let us do number H. Minus I whole to the power 3 minus I whole to the power 4. Now minus to the power 3 is minus because it is odd number. I to the power 3 is, let us write I to the power 3 separately. For your understanding I am writing separately. Minus to the power, if you cannot understand, then I will write separately this thing in this way. Inside the bracket let me write minus 1 into I whole to the power 3. Again minus 1 into I whole to the power 4, as same thing. Now minus 1 to the power 3 is minus 1. Let us write I to the power 3 as it is. This power 3 is for both minus 1 and I. Same thing here. Here there is no sign, means multiplication sign is there. Minus 1 to the power 4 into I to the power 4. Now minus 1 will be as it is. I cube. I cube we can write I square dot I. Power of this I is 2. Power of this I is 1. This is like this. X cube, we can write x square into x1, or if we don't write 1, no problem. 2 plus 1, 3. Same thing. I cube, we have written I square dot I into minus 1 whole to the power 4 is 1 even power. So I4 we can write this way. Minus 1 into I square is minus 1, that we know the value. Then next there is I into 1 into I square, we know the value minus 1 to the power 2. Minus 1 into minus 1 into I into 1 into 1. Minus 1 whole square is 1 even power. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Plus 1 into 1 is 1 I or I. So this is an imaginary number because I is present. So number 1 is finished. I hope you understand what I have explained. Remember that square root of minus 1 is I. This is what you have to remember. Number 2, simplify. Simplify means you have to find out a value. Simple value. Simplify means you have to keep your answer in a simple way. That is called simplify. Number 1, I to the power 35 plus 1 by I to the power 31. So as we know, we have to try to get I square. So shortcut. 2 into 17 is 34. 2 17 is 34. And I, because 35 it is, plus 1 by I square into 15, because 2 15s are 30, and I 31 there is. So what I am trying to get I square always. I square is our base. We have to try to get I square. Then only you can do the calculation of complex number. I square we know minus 1. Power is 17. That together there is I plus 1. I square is minus 1. Power is 15. I. Minus 1 to the power 17 is minus 1. Into I plus 1 by minus 1 whole to the power 15. 15 is the odd number. So minus 1 into I. Now what we have got as a whole? I plus, this minus can be taken this way here. This is not related to complex number, that is related to any fraction or algebra. Plus minus minus. So 1 by I. Still answer is not in simple way. We have to make it more simple. I minus 1. So let me tell you one thing. Whenever you get I in denominator, then try to remove I from the denominator. And in that case, what we have to do, we will have to multiply by I in numerator and denominator, so that we get here I into I is I square. I square is what? Minus 1. Minus I into minus I. I by minus 1 is minus I. So minus into minus is plus. Again I into I is I square. So answer is minus 1. As we know, the value of I square is minus 1. So it is very simple. Here there is nothing hard. Just what to do. This number you have to see whether you get directly by 2 or indirectly. This is indirectly. If it is I to the power 34, then we could have written I square into 17. 2 17 is 34. 35, so one more I is required. It's very simple. Then number 2. Number 2, 1 plus I into 1 plus I square into 1 plus I cube into 1 plus I to the power 4. So we have seen I square, I cube, I4. So our aim is to get simple of these things. I square, I cube, I4. We will make it simple. So let us keep 1 plus I as it is. 1 plus I square. So minus 1. 1 plus I square. I square is minus 1. Then 1 plus I cube. We can write I square dot I cube. 1 plus I square into I square you can write. You can write simple way. So this sum, we don't have to do other lines because here we have seen 1 minus 1 is 0. So 0 if we multiply with anything 0 only now. So we don't have to do any calculation. Other parts calculation we don't have to do. Because 0 we have got already, 1 minus 1, 0. So why to do this calculation? Directly you can get the answer 0. Finish. So this one is not required actually. Next, 4. I to the power 38 plus I to the power 18. It is very simple because directly you can write 2 19 is 38 plus I 2 9 is 18. So minus 1 to the power 19 minus 1 to the power 9. Both the powers are odd numbers. So minus 1 plus minus 1 or minus 1 equals to minus 2. Just calculation only, there is nothing. Number 5. 1 root minus 1 into 2 minus 2 into 3 square root of minus 3 into 4 square root of minus 4. So this one you can write this way also, 1i into 2 root 2i into 3 root 3i into 4 root 4i directly. No? So this one I have written directly. If you have not understood, let me write this way, 1i plus 2 into minus 1 3 root 3 into minus 1 4 root 4 into minus 1. This one you can write like this, 1i into 2 into root minus 1 3 root 3 into root minus 1 4 root 4 into root minus 1. If you don't understand directly, you can do this way in expanded form. If you have problem to understand, then you can do this way. 1i means I only. No need to write every time 1i 1i. 1 into I is I into 2 root 2. Now we can write this one I 3 root 3. This one we can write I 4 root 4. 4 root 4 actually you can write root 4 is 2. Then I. Now 2 into root 2, 3 into root 3, 4 into 2. So first we multiply the direct numbers. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 4, 24. 24 into 2 is 48. Then root 3 and root 2. Directly 6. Then let us count I now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So into I to the power 4. I to the power 4. So 48 square root of 6 I to the power 4, we can write I square square. Now 48 root 6 into minus 1 square. Now 48 root 6 into 1. So answer is 48 root 6. When you will have the habit of doing the sums, then in that case, in place of I to the power 4, we can write directly 1. When you will have the habit of doing these sums, when you get I square, you will write directly minus 1. When you get I to the power 4, then directly only 1. So this can be done later on directly. No need to do this calculation again and again. I to the power 4, I square square. So it takes time. So when you do the sums in exam, so you have to know those shortcut yourself. Then only you can finish up the sums quickly. Express each of the following numbers in A plus IB form. We have to write anyhow A plus IB form. One number will be here, one number will be here, and in between there must be plus sign. Now, it is very simple actually. 2 minus square root of minus 5. So, first of all, we can write this way. See, this one is very careful. This one you must be very careful while writing the square root. If you extend the square root, that will be wrong. Let me tell you again. So, now, this is A and this is B. But this is the form of A minus IB. We have to write A plus IB. To A plus IB. So 2 I have written plus IB. A is 2, B is minus root 5. This is not I. This minus sign is outside the root. Why you have written like this? Plus minus minus, because we have to express this term in A plus IB form, not A minus IB form. If the question is given A minus IB form, then here it is finished. But it is not given A minus IB, it is given A plus IB. Number 2. Square root of minus 3 minus root 3. Now this one we can write directly 3I minus 3. This is not the answer. Minus root 3. This is A plus I B minus root 3 minus root 3 plus I root 3. So A plus IB form. Number 3. 2 into minus into square root of minus 1. So this one you can write directly root 2I. This one written square root of 2I. Into this one we know direct value I. 2 root 2 I into I is I square. 2 root 2 into minus 1. The value of I square is minus 1. Value of I square is minus 1. So 2 minus 2 root 2. This is not the answer. Because this term we have to express in A plus IB form. Now that day I explained you. Suppose we have to express 5 as A plus IB form. What we will do? First of all we will write 5 plus 0. Next we can write 5 plus 0 dot I, that is A plus IB form. Only 5 is there. That day I explained, in previous video I explained this one. So remember this one. Now as a whole this is A only. We don't have plus IB. Since we don't have plus IB, we will write I dot 0, A plus IB form. Since we don't have I, so we will put I dot 0. Number 4. 1 by I into minus 1 whole cube by 2. Now we have to do the calculation first, then we will make it a simple way. After getting simple form, then only we will try to get in the form of A plus IB. 1 by I. Since we have here I in denominator, so remember that always we should try to remove I from denominator. So in that case, we are multiplying I in numerator and also in denominator. Into minus 1 by 2 we can write directly, because minus 1 cube is minus 1. I into I is I square, and up there is I into minus 1 by 2. Now here I, this is minus 1, I square is minus 1 into minus 1 by 2. This one I into minus 1 by 2. Minus into minus is plus. I by 2. I into 1 is I. Denominator is 2. Or we can write this one this way, 1 by 2 I. Same thing. So this is like this, don't get confused here. X by 2. We can write 1 by 2 x. Same thing. I by 2, we can write 1 by 2 I, or x by 2 or 1 by 2 x, same. Meaning is same. So that you know, so this is same thing. Now, this is not the answer, because we have to get the answer in A plus IB form. Here I is there, but we don't have A, so 0. Here I was not there, so we are putting 0. So here A is not there, so we will put 0. 0 plus I 1 by 2. A plus IB form. A plus IB form. When we don't get I, then we put 0. When we don't get A, then also we put 0. Number 5. Square root of minus 2 minus square root of minus 3 whole square. Now, before applying the formula of A minus B whole square, let us write the terms in I form. So this one we can write root 2 I. This one we can write root 3 I. So A minus B whole square. A square plus B square minus 2 A B. A minus B whole square formula. Now we will see root 2 I square. I square is minus 1. No. And root 2 square is 2. So it will be minus 2. Let me tell you again. Root 2 square is 2. I square is minus 1. So minus 2. Again, root 3 square is 3. I square is minus 1. So minus 3. Minus 2 root 6. Root 2 into root 3 is root 6. I into I is 4 terming, that we write I square. Now minus 5. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. Minus 2 root 6 minus 1. I square is minus 1. So minus 5 plus 2 root 6. This is not the answer, because question is that a plus ib form. So here there is no I, so this is a. So minus 5 plus 2 root 6 plus I dot 0. This is a plus I b. Then 6 square root of minus 6 by square root of minus 2. Very simple this one. Square root of minus 6 means we can write root 6i. Here we can write root 2i. So I cancel. Now square root of root 6 we can write root 2 into root 3. Here root 2. This one and this one cancel. What is left? Square root of 3. This is not the answer. What will write? Root 3 plus I dot 0. A plus IB form. Number 7. Number 7. Minus 1 into square root of minus 1 whole to the power 4n plus 3. 4n plus 3. There is written where n is a positive integer. That means 1 to 1 onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number. Now, let us write separately. This 4n plus 3 is the power of both. Minus 1, 4n plus 3 into square root of minus 1, we can write directly I. We can write directly I to the power 4n plus 3. I hope you understand. This power is for both, so I have just written separately only. Now, 4n plus 3. Look here, 4n plus 3. If we write here in place of n 1, 4 1 is 4, 4 plus 3, 7. If 2, 4 2 is 8, 8 plus 3, 11. 3, 4 3 is 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So always you will get odd number. If we put any number which is positive integer, any number from 1 onwards, then you will get always a odd number. 4 into 5, suppose. 4 into 5 plus 3. 4 5 is 20 plus 3. 23 is odd number. Odd number. So minus 1 to the power 4n plus 3 will be minus 1. That we are sure. Now I to the power 4n plus 3. Here also it is odd. Here, since here it is odd, so here also it will be odd. So let me show you one thing. I to the power 3, I to the power 7, one more, I to the power 11. I am giving you 3 examples. I to the power 3, I square into I to the power 7, I square 3 into I. 2 3 is 6 plus 1, 7. I square I. 2 5 is 10 plus 11. I square is minus 1 into I. Minus I. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 cube is minus 1 into I. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 to the power 5. Odd number. So minus I. I square to the power 5 will be minus 1 into I minus I. That means what? Whenever we get odd number in I, we will get everywhere what? Minus I. So I to the power 4n plus 3, because in place of n, whatever number you put, you will get for I, power will be always odd. If odd, then minus I. Minus I. So this I have brought. You can pause the video, you can check it again. No problem for that. Okay. After that, minus 1 into minus I. Minus 1 into minus I will be minus 1 into minus I will be here minus 1 into minus I. So it is plus I, means only I. Minus into minus is plus I. This is not the answer. What you will write? 0 plus I dot 1. Because we have here A is missing, so we have put 0. A plus I B form. Evaluate the following. That means evaluate means what? Find the value. Find the value of the following, or evaluate, shortcut. Shortly we say evaluate. Number A, I to the power 19 plus 1 by I to the power 25 whole to the power 3. Now as I have told you, we are directly related to I square. We have to go to I square. After that only we will check, we will see what can be done. So I square 2 9s are 18 plus 1, that means 19. 1 to the power 25 is 1. I to the power 25 we will write I square 12 into I. 2 12s are 24 plus 1 25. So here there is 3. Now I square is minus 1. Minus 1 to the power 9. Let me do directly. I square is minus 1. Minus 1 to the power 9. 9 is odd. That means minus 1. Let me tell you again. I square is minus 1. Minus 1. Power is 9. So that will be minus 1. Because odd power. Minus 1 into I is minus I. Plus 1 by I square is minus 1. Power is 12. Even. So plus 1. Plus 1 into I is I. Power cube is already there. Now, one more thing let me tell you. 1 by I, whenever you get 1 by I, we should try just like I to the power 4 we get 1. So like this I to the power 4, 1, we should remember actually what should be written for 1 by I. That should be in your brain. Otherwise it takes long calculation. So let us see 1 by I how much actually. 1 by I multiplication numerator denominator, I minus 1, I into I is I square, minus 1. So minus I. So 1 by I, the value of 1 by I will be always minus I. So that calculation you don't have to do again and again. So minus I, again minus I power 3 minus 2I power 3 minus 1I minus 1I minus 2I. So minus 2 to the power 3. 2 to the power 3 is 8. Power is odd. So minus will be minus 8. Minus 2 to the power 3 is minus 8. I to the power 3. How much? Look here. I to the power 3 means I square dot I. I square is minus 1 into I. So that is minus I. So this should be, while doing the sums again and again, you can remember that is minus I. This one if you don't understand, let me write separately. Minus 2 to the power 3 into I to the power 3, or even you can write this way also if you have any problem. Inside the bracket minus 2 into I whole to the power 3. Now minus 2 to the power 3 into I to the power 3. Minus 2 is minus 8. Minus 2 to the power 3 is minus 8. And this is minus I. So only 8 I is the answer. Minus into minus is plus. Number 2, 1 plus I to the power 10, I to the power 100 minus I to the power 1000. So same thing, 1 plus I square 5, 2 5 is 10, I square 50 minus I square 500. 1 plus, let us write, we may get confused. I square is minus 1, power is 5. I square is minus 1, power is 50. I square is minus 1, power is 500. 1 minus 1 to the power 5 is minus 1. Minus 1 to the power 50, even number. So 1 minus 1 to the power 500, even number. 1. So 1 minus 1, 0, 0, 0. C. So C I am not going to do because A and C same. You will try yourself. A and C same. Here plus, here minus. As I have told you, 1 by I. 1 by I is minus I. 1 by I is minus I. Directly you can write here. No problem for that. Number D. 1 plus 1 by I. 1 by I square. 1 by I cube. 1 by I4. 1 minus I. 1 by I is minus I. So this one I have written directly. Now this one can be done calculation. 1 by minus 1. I square is minus 1. I cube is minus I. 1 by 1. I to the power 4 is 1. 1 minus I. 1 by minus 1 is minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 is minus 1. This one. Plus minus minus 1 by I plus 1 by 1 is 1. Let us write 1 plus 1, 2. 1 minus 1 cancel. So this 1 is here. Now minus I minus 1 by I means 1 by I means minus I. This minus is this one. 1 by I means minus I. So 1 minus I plus I. 1. Sounds are very simple. Only you need the concentration. Number 5. Find the smallest positive integer and for which the equality 1 plus I whole to the power 2n equals to 1 minus I whole to the power 2n. Find the smallest positive integer n for which this is satisfied. We have to find out the value of n, which is smallest. That means suppose n is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to take the smallest value. Positive integer n. So we have to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Means smallest. We will understand. This is given. This is the condition given. 1 plus I This is like or 1 plus I by 1 minus I to the power 2n equals to 1. I will show you an example, then you will understand. Here power is 2n, here also power is 2n. Let us see this way. A plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube. Can we write a plus b by a minus b whole cube equals to 1, or a plus b whole cube by a minus b whole cube equals to 1? If we do the cross multiplication, then you will get same thing. No? So if you understand this one, you can understand this one. This will be easy to do. Now let us do this one. This will be easy. So 1 minus I was there. So multiplied by 1 minus y denominator. So multiplied by 1 plus I numerator and denominator. To make it simple, 1 minus I into 1 plus I. This one is the formula we got already. This is the formula we got already. So 1 minus I into 1 plus I will be 1 square plus I square. This one. Sorry. 1 plus I into 1 minus I. 1 plus I1 into 1 minus I1. A plus IB. A minus IB. Then we get A square plus B square. A means 1, B also 1. So 1 minus I into 1 plus I will be 1 square plus 1. A minus IB, B is 1. A plus IB, B is 1. So 1 square plus 1 square. A plus 1 plus I, 1 plus I. 1 plus I whole square. Now 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus I square plus 2AB. A plus B whole square formula. A square plus B square plus 2AB. 2 into 1 into I. 2AB. So 2I. 1 minus 1 plus 2I. Here 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then only 2I is left. 2I by 2. To the power 2 and 1. 2 cancel. I to the power 2n equals to 1. I to the power 2 n equals to 1. Or minus 1 to the power n equals to 1. What is the question? Find the smallest positive integer n. Now look, minus 1 to the power 4. How much? 1. Minus 1 power is even. So 1. minus 1 to the power 20, 1 minus 1 to the power 100, also 1, but we need smallest one. Minus 1 to the power 2, how much? 1. After that, minus 1 to the power minus 1, minus 1 to the power 1 is minus 1. Smallest number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this will go, no? So minus 1 to the power 1 is minus 1, but we have to get 1. So minus 1 to the power 2 will be 1. Minus 1 to the power 4 also 1, but we will take the smallest one. I hope you understand. So smallest will be minus 1 square equals to 1. Minus 1 to the power 4 also 1, but we will take the smallest. So therefore n equal to is the smallest positive integer. I hope you understand. Whatever we have got at last, we have to find out the value of n, which is smallest. So among all the positive integers, 2 is the smallest, for which we get 1, otherwise not. Number B. For positive integer n, show that 1 minus I whole to the power n into 1 minus 1 by I whole to the power n equals to n. So we will do left hand side, because to show that or prove that, left hand side 1 minus I whole to the power n, 1 minus 1 by I whole to the power n. So as I have told you, 1 minus I, this one 1 minus I whole to the power n, 1 by I is minus I. So 1 minus I, 1 plus I, this one. Now this is like this, x to the power n into y to the power n, we can write xy whole to the power n. Same thing, 1 minus I, power is n, 1 plus I, power is n. So 1 minus I, 1 plus I whole to the power n. Now inside the bracket, 1 minus I, 1 plus I, a plus ib, a minus ib will be a square plus b square. Here what is b? 1. A 1, 1 minus I1, a minus ib, 1 plus I1, a plus ib. So 1 square plus 1 square to the power n, 2 to the power n equals to right hand side. Number 6. Z1 is given 3 minus 4i. Here only I will do one sum, rest you will do yourself. Question is there, find Z1 plus Z2, Z1 minus Z2, Z1 into Z2, when Z1 and Z2 are given. So Z1 is given and Z2 is given. First of all, we have to find out Z1 plus Z2. Z1 plus Z2, 3 minus 4i plus minus 2 plus I. This is Z1, this is Z2. So 3 minus 2, 1. Real number and real number we can add and subtract and everything. And imaginary number we can add, subtract, multiply everything. So this is real and this is real. So we have done the calculation. Minus 4i plus I minus 3i. Z1 plus Z2 we have got. Now Z1 minus Z2, 3 minus 4i minus, I have put bracket. Here I have not put any bracket because there is no minus sign. Whenever we get minus sign, then always use bracket so that you don't do mistake. This is Z1. Now I have to write Z2. Z2 is minus 2 plus I. Why I have put bracket? Because of this minus sign. Because sign will change after breaking the bracket. 3 minus 4i minus minus 2 plus 2, then minus I. minus into minus 2 plus 2, minus into I minus I. So 3 plus 2, 5, minus 4I, minus 1I, minus 5I. This is Z1 minus Z2. Then Z1 into Z2. 3 minus 4I into minus 2 plus I. Just will multiply. Simple. 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. 3 into I is 3I. Minus 4I into minus 2 is plus 8I. Minus 4I into I is minus 4I squared. Let me tell you again. 3 into minus 2, minus 6. 3 into I, 3I. Minus 4I into minus 2, minus minus plus. 4 to the 8I. Minus 4I into I, minus 4I square. Minus 6 plus 3I plus 8I. This is plus 4. I have written directly because I square is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 4 is plus 4. Minus 6 plus 4. Minus 2 plus 11I. Number E is not hard. For number E, this you will multiply first. First Z1 you will multiply itself here. Then Z2 also you will multiply here itself. Then only you will do this calculation. First of all, you will find out actual A plus IB form in Z1. For Z2 also you will find out first A plus IB form. Then only you will do the calculation. So that can be done by you yourself. If any problem, please have a comment in an inbox. Then I will show you again. Number 6. Find Z1 plus Z2, Z1 minus Z2, the same thing, no? Not needed. 7. Express each of the following complex number as the sum of ordered pairs. Here it is given already. Here hint is given. Alpha, beta. We have to write alpha 1, 0 plus beta 0, 1. This is already there in the example. So this is called ordered pair. Why it is like this? A plus IB. Now this one and this one, if we want to write separately in complex number, then A plus I 0. This one if we want to write 0 plus IB. This is 1, this is 0. Here 0, this is 1. 1 and 0, 0 and 1. That is why 1, 0, 0, 1. Pair. We have to make it pair for graph. Now we don't need, that is, just you have to learn this much only. After any higher class, you will get other things. So we have to get the pair. Number 1, minus 3 plus 5i. So minus 3, 5. Simple. Alpha, beta. Alpha is first one, beta is second one. So minus 3, 1, 0, 5, 0, 1. Finish. As the sum of ordered pair, sum plus. Both the ordered pair, you have to put plus sign, that is sum of ordered pair. So number 4 suppose. Number 4 only 2 written. So what we will have to? 0 plus 2 plus 0i. Then what we will like? 2, 0. Ordered pair is 2, 0. So what we will like? 2, 1, 0 plus 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. That is order. For all. Number 6 also, let me show you. 1 by 2, 3 plus 5i. 1 by 2 into 3, 3 by 2. 1 by 2 into 5, 5 by 2, I. So order pair will be 3 by 2, 5 by 2. Now we will write sum. 3 by 2, 1, 0, 5 by 2, 0, comma 1. This is order pair. There is nothing to worry about that. So exercise 2.1 is number which one done? Number 7. Number 8. Number 8. If x equals to 3 plus 4i, y equals to 3 minus 4i, then number 1, we have to find the value of x square plus xy plus y square. First this one. The value of x and y given. We have to find out the value of x square plus xy plus y square. So this one we will make it little simple. X square plus y square plus xy. A square plus b square equals to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. This is a formula which we got already in algebra. So in place of x square plus y square, we will write x plus y whole square minus 2xy. This plus xy is already there. Making it simple, so that you can do the calculation. Otherwise, x square means what? 3 plus 4y whole square. Y square means what? 3 minus 4y whole square. It will be a big calculation. So that is not required for that. Now, x plus y. X means 3 plus 4i plus y means 3 minus 4i whole square. Xy. 3 plus 4i, 3 minus 4i. Xy, x into y. So 3 plus 3 is 6 square. 4i minus 4i cancel. It will become easy. While doing this type of calculation, it should be always easy. 3 plus 4i, 3 minus 4i. 3 square plus 4 square, as you remember. A plus ib, a minus ib is a square plus b square. 36. 3 square is 9 plus 16, 25. Answer is 11. Number 3 you will do yourself. Sorry, 3 let me show you. X square minus xy plus y square. 2, let me do number 2, then it will be easy for you. Number 2 also let me show you. Number 2, x square minus xy plus y square. X square plus y square minus xy. This is the same thing. X square plus y square. X plus y whole square minus 2xy minus xy. X plus y whole square, already we have got 6 square. Directly you can add 6 square. Minus 3xy. Xy how much? 25. Let me write again. You may not understand. Let us write minus 2xy minus xy, 3xy. Then 36 minus 3 into xy. We have done already xy. So that is 25. 36 minus 75. 9, 3 minus 39 is the value of x square minus xy plus y. Now number 3 will be easy for you because we know the value now. X square minus xy plus y square, 2 into x square plus xy plus y square. We have found both the value. In number 1 we have found x square plus xy plus y square. In number 2 we have found x square minus xy plus y square. In x square minus xy plus y square minus 39. 2. X square plus xy plus y square is 11. So minus 39 by 22. I will show you one more. Number 6, last one. X cube minus y cube. There is one formula, as you remember. X minus y into x square plus xy plus y square. This one formula, a cube minus b cube, a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. One more formula was there, a cube plus b cube, a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. These are the formula. A cube minus b cube, so first one is minus. A cube plus b cube, so first one is plus. In this way you have to remember. So this one can be used in number 4, x cube plus y cube there is. So let me do now in number 6, so I will apply this one. This one already applied. X minus y, x is 3 plus 4i minus y is 3 minus 4i. I have put bracket because of this minus sign. And x square plus xy plus y square value we have got already. This one is 11. So we will put directly the value 11. 3 plus 4i minus 3 plus 4i into 11. 3 minus 3 cancel. 4i plus 4i, 8i into 11. 88i. Simple. This is not hard. Number 9. Number 9, if x equals to 1 minus I, then show that x square minus 2x plus 2 equals to 0. So this is given, this one we have to show. So given one we will write first, since means given. X equals to 1 minus I. X minus 1 equals to minus I. Why I have taken? Next question now. There was given x equals to 1 minus I. Why this 1 I have taken this side? Because here we have seen x square is there. That means squaring is done. So if we do a minus b whole square, we may get this one. Our aim is to get this one, so we have to do squaring. So this side squaring we will not get 2x. If we only do x, then squaring will go. But x minus 1 you will get whole square, then x square 2x you will get, but there is 2x. So 1 is taken this side. Now squaring both sides. X minus 1 whole square minus I whole square. X square minus 2x plus 1 minus I whole square. Minus square is plus, but I square is minus 1. Minus square is plus, but I square is minus 1. So you have to think this way. Or if you have any problem, please write separately. Minus 1 square into I square. For minus this one, I, this one separately. If you have confusion, then you write this way, please. Minus 1 square is 1. This is minus 1. X square minus 2x plus 1 equals to minus 1. X square minus 2x plus 1 equals to 0. Minus 1 comes this side, plus 1. So x square minus 2x plus 2 equals to 0. X square minus plus 2x plus 2 equals to 0. Hence proved. This way. Number 10, factorize. Factorize means you know the meaning. Factorize means what? What is the meaning of factorize? That multiplication of 2 or more terms. That is called factorization. Number 1, x square plus y square. Already I explained. A plus ib into a minus ib equals to we know that a square plus b square. This one you can write directly. X plus iy into x minus iy. Finish. Factorize. Because we know the formula. Number 2. A square minus 1 minus 2ai. Now we have to do this one factorization. So sometimes when we get this way, when we do this calculation, Then, sorry, for factorization, then what we do? A2, A1, this one 4A, sorry, 4A, 2 plus 2 square. Then A minus 2 whole square. Then A minus 2 into A minus 2. This type of calculation we have done already in general maths. So, same way here also. A square, this one let me write here, minus 1. This one A square. This one B square. This is the place of 2AB. This is A square minus 2AB plus B square. Minus, why I have seen, why I have done minus? Because before 2 minus sign is there. So 2 into A into I. A. B. I hope you understand. This value and this value same. A square 2 into A into B plus B square. Now value is same or not? This one same, this one same. I square is minus and minus 1 is there. No? So A square minus 2A plus B square is A minus B whole square. So A minus I into A minus I is the answer. Factorization. Same like this. This is the example I have shown here. One more there is number 3. 16 root 2 minus 7. 16 root 2 minus 7. Sorry, I6. Not 16. I6 root 2 minus 7. Okay. Now this is little complicated. You have to understand in this way. This one also we have to go for this formation. This formation, how? Let us see. 2, 3 root 2 I. This one I am trying to make 2AB. 2AB from this one. Because here I am getting 2. 2AB. Now plus A square and plus B square will write. So that calculation must get what? Minus 7. We have to get. This calculation must get 7. Then only whatever calculation we are doing, that will be correct. Let us, what is 3A? 3. What is B? Root 2 I. Now we will do this calculation whether you get 7 or not. Now 3 square is 9. Plus root 2 square is 2 I square. 9 minus 2 is 7. If we write like this, it will be correct or not, we have to think now. Why we have to think? We have got 7. We have got 7. We have not got minus 7. It is A square plus B square plus 2AB, no? A square plus B square plus 2AB formation is done. But this 2 calculation is not minus 7. It is only 7. So what we have understood? This I was taken for root 2. Now I will take I for 3. Then 3I. Here only root 2. Now let us do the calculation. Now let us do the calculation. 3I whole square and root 2 whole square. This is A square, B square. 3I whole square is minus 9. 3 square is 9. I square is minus 1. No? Root 2 square is 2. Now we have got minus 7. So this is correct now. So A square plus B square plus 2AB is A plus B whole square. What is A? 3I. What is B? Root 2. So answer will be 3I plus root 2, 3I plus root 2. A plus B whole square is A plus B into A plus B. This is the answer. So this exercise is finished. In the next video, we will discuss about properties of complex number.